I am coming live from the Elevate Project South Philadelphia headquarters. And thank you so much for joining. And thanks for being a part of the Elevate Project. Because if you're a part of AIR, then you are a part of Elevate. It's been a year, I think, to say the least. And for some of us, it's been a lot more challenging than others. It certainly hasn't been easy for nonprofit organizations and their leaders. They've dealt with budget cuts, supply chain issues, closed facilities, and more, and still had to find a way to continue to support those that they serve. These leaders and those they serve are why the Elevate Project exists. Through the Elevate Project, we seek to catalyze the impact of these and support them in leaving a positive impact in the world by providing executive coaching and consulting services for them. Just a little background for you. And I'm Kyle Horn, as Jonathan said, if you don't know me. And before we jump into what we've accomplished in 2020, I'd like to take a moment just to thank and appreciate a few people, or a number of people. So first of all, Jonathan, for making this happen and for making it a priority at AIR. Programs like this are not a given. And so thank you, Jonathan, for making it a given and a priority of the company. Stephanie Greer, who helps with everything in Elevate. And she makes the wheels turn, and I really couldn't do it without her, and the project wouldn't move forward without her. So thank you, Steph. Judy Wade, Bob Kinnison, and David Ehrman, they were a huge help in the beginning, and thank you for helping us to lift this off and get it off the ground. And in addition to that, all of the coaches who have donated a ton of their time. Thank you. Of course, the entire AIR team, they're always willing to support in any way that's asked and beyond, and you're all amazing, so thank you. And finally, and most importantly, the nonprofit leaders. I know that there's a number on this call. I don't know if you're gonna show up or not, depending upon the view, but if you could give everyone just a quick wave and let us thank you for all the work that you do. It'd be different in an open room, right? We'd all be cheering. All right, I'm gonna go over some of the highlights for 2020. Oops, I apologize. A little overview of Elevate Project here, which I just shared with you all. So in 2020, we greatly surpassed our goals. This is because of a number of our amazing coaches and our amazing partnerships, such as YouThink, American Dream University, HopeWorks, and a number of other nonprofits. It's really just simply amazing, and that's just due to the simple fact that we have amazing people involved. So just take a brief moment and look at the impact that we were able to have this year. I'd like to take a moment though to talk about the real heroes of all this. I may get a little emotional here, so I'll try not to. But it's the nonprofit leaders and the teams that are providing kids with opportunities while their schools are shut down, providing families with food that don't have income, providing veterans with transition services when unemployment is at its highest, and more. And they're all doing so with limited funds, burnout staffs, etc. They're the ones having a massive impact on people. And we're honored to support them in doing so and help them further enhance their leadership. So, I even rehearsed this to not do this. A huge shout out to the kids, families, and veterans. They've utilized these services that nonprofits provide during these times, and that's despite all the challenges that they face. For example, kids not having internet access, even though they live in the city, and they still find a way to attend their classes and the after-school programming that the nonprofits provide. That's why the Elevate Project exists, and them and their leaders, they're the real heroes. So thank you all. You make it all worthwhile. So as we look forward to the year ahead in 2021, we'll look to work more deeply with those whom we already have partnerships with, such as YouThink and the ones that I mentioned. They're absolutely amazing organizations. I encourage you to look into them and to support them if you can. And while we'll also look to focus on our coaching and advancing the cause for more diverse leadership in the nonprofit sector, and again, these organizations are already way ahead of that and way down the road on this, and we look forward to supporting them in that endeavor. And our reach and impact, it'll be even bigger in order to meet a need that is now more present than ever. That's for all the reasons mentioned and many more that I'm sure you're all aware of. So we're just getting started. We can't wait to continue to support those who are making a positive difference in our communities. And thank you again to the coaches. Huge, huge, huge thank you. They just simply donated all their time. the nonprofit leaders who've allowed us to be a part of their organizations, the greater AIR team, and everyone else who's made the project a reality. So here's to a better and a new year.